Welcome everyone, I'm Sue and we're in the downloaded version of Canvas Workspace. I'm going to do fit to path, just put some, start the card. We're going to make a little card, get rid of that one, we don't want that one. We're going to make a area that will side of the card so we've got it to be able to join together. And we'll just turn it over to, so it's 90 degrees angle. You can scroll it around like this, or you can type in at the angle, you can type in what degree you want. So we'll put in 90 degrees and click, and there it's accurately at 90 degrees. Or you can just scroll like I started doing. So I'm going to make it a 5-inch high card, so you can just slide it like this if you want to. That's one way of doing it until it's the right height. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky getting it exactly the height you want, so I want it definitely 5. So what I'll do is I will go over and just highlight those numbers in there and type in 5 and then click. And probably wasn't enough for you to be able to see the difference. That's okay. So now we need something to make the fit to path on, so I'm going to choose a circle. And we've got our little guide. So I've started with the side so we could work to that guide, use it as a guide. And I'll just make this a bit smaller so we've got some room to put some text on. Go over to the text tool. I'm going to do a Jacob card, so we'll just type in the words in capitals so it's all high. That's the last font I used, so that's okay. We'll go and change the font. Up there's the fonts. So it's just remembered what font I was using last. And I think we'll pick something fairly plain like Antique Oakland. A nice square type font. And it'll give a good base for this card. And just stretch the lettering how you would like. It's a bit of a visual thing. And also trying to work out roughly how, because every name would be different, roughly how far those letters will spin around that circle that we've got there. I'm just trying to gauge the size. Obviously, if you've got more letters in the name you're trying to create, that will take up more space, so you can't stretch it quite as far. Highlight both the name and the object you're trying to fit to path, and there's the little fit to path tool on the right there in the edit panel. Just spin that around so it's about this position we want. We can see it's roughly the right height, but we'll go and fix that up in a minute as well. And see there, we want to change that so it's 5 high again. Just highlight that and put the 5 in there. And that'll bring it down so we know both of those are 5 high. And we've still got the fit to path sitting there, so we want to do a circle. We want it on a circle, but that fit to path is only a guide, that circle there. We need to get rid of that in a moment. We'll just leave it there for the moment. We'll put another circle in and get it at roughly the right height and size. Because what we want to do is join all those letters to the circle. Just that, so they're just tipping over the edge. You can fiddle around with that. Make sure your wording is about where you want it. You can also take it quite a bit closer than what I've taken it to your side area of the card. You take it right round. There's lots and lots of options for this. Now I'm going to do a convert to shape, and it will take that other circle away. And you can see I've still got the circle the new circle I've just made. Check that it's on the lines and create a duplicate. I'll show you what we're going to do with the duplicate in a moment. Just looking to see if it's roughly connected properly. We'll move this over. I'm moving it over with the arrow key. Probably have to align it still anyway. I haven't aligned it. Just move it over so it's about where you want it. I wanted kind of a circle with this design anyway, because I had in my head that I was making a planet type shape. So join that. do the alignment, and now we'll weld that back onto that bit as well. Once I'm happy with the shape, and then we'll weld. If you've got 1/2 of a car, you can right click and duplicate, or you can go Control C and Control V. We flipped it, and now we're going to make sure they're aligned horizontally. There you can see it's come in alignment, and go down and weld them together. So next we can just grab the path tool, holding the shift key down, and we'll take a nice straight line, and go up to the properties and change it from a straight line to a dashed line. So we've got a fold line, or you can use your scoring tool if you'd prefer to do it that way. And align that so it's right in the middle. And you can see that they're not grouped, so you can go down here and group them. You can see that the card and the dots, the dashed lines, are grouped. Now we could do a happy birthday from the selection that Brother has got in Canvas. It's down here somewhere. There's happy, and then happy birthday is just a bit below it. There's happy birthday. Depending on what sort of card you're making, there's other selections there, but we're going to do it just with text. So I've clicked on the text tool. I'm going to write happy birthday. Click away from that and get the text tool up again and type in birthday. Now that's not the font I want or the size I want. So what we'll do is fix up the font. I think we'll use the font that I was using before, that curly script font. And I was thinking, use that for that one, and then we'll need to align them so they're in the right alignment. I was thinking you could put a 6 in the middle of this, you could cut it out, you could stick it on. There's lots of options on what you can do in the middle of this particular design. I just happened to choose happy birthday. Just because I've already aligned that, I've used the arrow keys to move it up, and we'll group it. So instead of using the layers panel to group, I've gone up to the layer menu panel and chosen group. We'll just move it into about the position that we want it to go, and adjust the sizing a tad just to bring it in a little bit more. It's all personal preference. You can have it as big or as small as you want. Put whatever you want in the centre. Everything's open for your creativity to choose what you want to do. Just centre that horizontally, and you can see the different groupings there. I'm going to group that in as well, and I'm not going to cut that out. I actually want to draw that, so click into the text and see the box around the birthday, and I've changed the cut tool to a draw tool. Normally I'd probably choose that first, but it works either way, so that's fine. You can see it's still draw, and they're all grouped. Makes it much easier once you get it over to your Scanncut if they're all grouped. What you do is you select the draw tool first, get all the drawing out of the way, and then you do the cutting. Now the Jacob I've done there is to make some lettering over the top, some additional lettering, and we'll just save it. Remember, it saves as a CWPRJ file, and you can't export that to your Scanncut. What you can do is you go up here and you go export file via the internet, or connect it by a cable, or you can save it as an FCM and transfer it via USB. Okay, so this is what we've made. These are the pieces. I've actually put the layer inside as well, the layer of extra writing. I went for bright coloured lettering to just highlight the colours for, because it's a child's card. Obviously, if you're doing it for an adult or something, you would perhaps choose a different technique, but plenty of opportunities to create it exactly how you want it to create. So anyway, thanks for joining me again, and I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. and I'll see you next time.